Okay, so let's continue. This part you guys are good with. So how would you like to change the scenario if we want to do IRT?
From the time he start one problem, he finished one problem in the start of the next problem?
Yeah, so let's say that I'm telling you that he finishes this first math problem at 11:40, and he started the second math problem at 11:45. What would be the IRT there?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, awesome. Let me see if I can cancel this thing out. Good, so the next one is, what is the next one? Duration. So that one, we already know, right? What is it?
Total time from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm. So if we want to do duration per section, then you will count it per section. If not, we'll count it per each problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here you can see the examples for each of them. Okay, just a pop quiz. Duration, where does it go? Is it which procedure for measuring behavior does duration go into? We already did this. You want me to give you a tip? Duration goes into event recording or timing?
Duration is timing, right?
Timing.
Yes, duration is timing. Okay, so now we're going to whole interval recording. That one, oh, this one's fun. I like this visual also. Look at that. How cute. So cute. It took me a while to do it. Okay, so Danny is humming loudly in high volume while doing math problems. Let's stop right there. Why did I use humming this time instead of using the behavior that we were already using, which was doing math problems? It's a trick question, but you can get it.
It's a continuous behavior?
Yes, it is. Good job. And why are we using continuous behavior in whole interval?
Because this is a discontinuous measurement.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I hope I
You
get
did
it
a
too,
good
because
job. I'm impressed with all this thing you did.
Oh,
it's
thank
really
you.
great.
Thank you.
Oh, me too.
It sums up everything.
She's gonna be a professor, a college professor.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's do, thank you guys. Thank you for the feedback. So now we're gonna do whole interval recording, whole interval recording for these two. I couldn't fit it, you know, horizontally, so does it make sense vertically? Basically, I want you to do the whole interval recording for Jen, this one right here. What would be the math there? Does it make sense?
It's 6, right?
So she's scoring the client, right? In how many intervals? This is interval number 1, interval number 2, and interval number 3. In how many intervals would she score that the client did whole interval recording?
Number 1?
How many times? I don't want to know the interval number, but thank you. That's true. You're right. I just want to know how many.
3?
You're letting yourself, I'm trying to trick you, but I'm going to reframe the question, okay? I want to know in how many intervals would I score yes if I'm measuring whole interval recording?
2.
Is that your
For
final
2 different persons.
Huh?
Ian wants and
Yeah, I'm focusing on Jenny also. I'm
Oh,
on
1.
on Jenny. Okay, 1, good.
one.
One.
Then.
And I'm
Then only
focusing on Sophie now.
Sophie only 1.
Okay, good, I'm glad. Okay. Yes, so you're right. So what would be the math? Let's just focus on Jenny. What would be the math? We already went through the formula, guys, so you already know. It's 1 over what number?
6.
1/3.
Awesome.
Over 3.
Equals whatever number, and we multiply that by what?
100.
100. Awesome, guys. Look at that. You got it. All right.
Yenisbel,
Yeah.
before you move on, I found the formula for acceleration.
Oh, great.
I found the exact formula.
Oh.
So you can write it, that way it's there.
Okay, tell me the page number, and I can look
No,
it up.
no, no. I found it on the actual acceleration website.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I
So,
went to their website.
so it's
So
not.
it's, well, what we were talking about were examples, but I wanted to find the actual formula. So it's frequency equals, and then the part that's confusing to me is it says frequency equals count over time, and then it says minute. So it has like a parentheses and it says minute. So I'm guessing just 1 minute. That's the maximum, I'm guessing.
That's a good one. We have to, because I looked it up in the past ABA acceleration, and the formula is rate over time. But like you said, it needs to be broken down a little better.
Yeah, this one says frequency equals count over time, and then it has a parentheses minute.
Okay,
So
let me
that's
write
what it
it
says.
down just like that.
But this comes straight from the acceleration website.
Oh, good.
The
Acceleration.
creators of that standard acceleration website.
Okay.
And from BDS, I noticed that for frequency, they use the whole like week or month, but for rate, it's minute, second, and hour.
Awesome.
Like if any question has minute, second, per minute, second, hour, then it's rate. If it says week or month, then it's frequency.
Sorry that I did that. It's just that I didn't want to forget to tell you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Let me. So you were saying that count and frequency. It was month.
Month or week
Okay.
or session.
Section. Okay.
Sessions.
Session.
Not sessions.
SS.
SS. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ION.
Okay. Let me see, because I want to highlight it pink. And the other one was minutes. Second.
Minute, second, hour.
Seconds. Okay. Highlight it pink. Okay. Thank you. So if you see any mistakes from the things that I wrote here, let me know, because I wrote it obviously by myself. Okay.
It's
so,
wonderful.
Thank you.
It looks great.
My hope is that once I'm done with it, that I'm gonna print it and just put it like all like a big long column in my house. So, and that way you can go back and see it. So feel free to do the same if you want. Okay, so the next one is the same one. So tell me the same information, but this time we're working with partial interval recording. let's work with Jenny. If it confuses you, Jenny and Sophie, then let's forget about Sophie. Let's just work on Jenny.
All right.
That one is
Three.
Three out of
Three
three.
times.
3 out of 3.
Three out of three.
out of 3. Awesome. So how about in Sophie now?
2 out of 3.
Two.
2 out of 3. Good, guys. And at the end, you always have to multiply by 95. Remember?
Partial is 95%, you said?
95 or 100?
Ah, haha, you're awake. I got you.
Oh, I was gonna say, why is it 95?
I'm having fun. Okay, so good. Okay, now we're gonna do momentary time sampling. It's the same one, and we're gonna do Jenny first, and then Sophie. Momentary time sampling.
Two.
2 out of 3.
Jenny, 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3, good. And
Sophie
Sophie,
is 1 out of
3.
well, and we're
That's
gonna
one.
multiply it by
Same thing, 100. Yeah.
100.
it's 100. Okay, so I did not put the formula for play check because I don't know it, but I am assuming that you do the same exact thing for each child. I don't know, but if you guys know, I'll be happy to write it down right here. I mean how it will look. If you find it, then we write it down later. Okay.
Nadia says she posted a sample sheet in the classroom of play check.
Awesome. Oh, I'll check it out.
Oh,
Somebody
thank
had
you.
issues with audio. I was having issues with audio with Davies Zoom. Okay, so this one we're going with record data in. Okay, so it's the same organization, guys. How do we record data in? I'm gonna give you, we're gonna do these last ones, which are, the last ones are, let's go with whole interval recording. How do we record the data at the end? Is it numbers? Is it percentage? Is it decimals? Is it fractions?
What if it's percentage?
Number.
Yes, you're correct. How about this one? We just did it, so it's easy. How about this one? Percentage, numbers, fractions.
They're all percentage, right?
I think they're all percentage.
Yeah, they are percentage.
Yeah, all percent.
And the key thing is here, because I've seen it in mocks, they're always percentage. So sometimes in the mocks, they want to trick you a little, or in the actual test, but they're always percentage.
Okay.
And something new that I learned is that interval, where is it? Is here. It's often reported by mean, median, and rate of IRT per section. Do any of you understand fully what that is? I wrote it down, but I don't. Huh?
What is this for?
This part is how you, like at the end, how do you actually record the information? So we already said that we recorded percentage for the time sampling runs, right? And this one that I'm pointing at right now, that one is for IRT.
IRT, okay.
So they're saying that it's often reported by mean, median, and rate of IRT per section. If anybody understands it, then they explain it to me. If not, we'll move on because I don't fully understand that part.
We can look into it, fill it out later.
Okay. So this one, we're going into the green one. Do you see it? It's rate of a behavior. Is it over or underestimate or neither? And the options are the same that we were talking about, time sampling ones. So let's go with the first one, which is, let me know if I'm losing you guys.
No, I'm still here.
Okay, the first one that I'm gonna ask you about is whole interval recording. The rate
that over?
of behavior, do we over, under, or neither? Over, underestimate, or neither?
Under.
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 Like plan. Awesome. Okay, how about partial interval recording?
That's over.
Over. Overestimate.
Over, good. And the last, the momentary time sampling?
Either over and under.
Both. Both.
Both or
Yeah, over
neither?
under.
Both or neither? How about play?
How do you distinguish the if it's over, under, or neither? Does anybody know?
I read it, but I forgot because those I just wrote it fast. I didn't have time to. Review it.
Okay. I'll write it down and look it up.
But we can analyze it a little bit if you want. I mean, I'm sure with.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to know if anybody knew.
How much longer we're doing this?
I don't know. When are they gonna kick us out?
I don't know. How much time do you have?
I might have to go though.
It's okay. I can just post the table there, guys. We can stop whenever you want. I can just post the table in the group when I'm done, so you guys can benefit from it.
How much more time do you have in the Zoom?
It doesn't say it.
You should probably have about 10 minutes. I don't think it's more than 10 minutes.
Okay. So if anybody needs to log out, feel free to log out. And then just, if you want to stop, we can stop, whatever you want. If not, we'll continue. So the last, go ahead.
It's okay.
Okay, so the last one is play check. Which one is that one? Under, over, or neither, or everything?
It should be the same
Is
as
it like
momentary.
time?
Yes, it is the same as momentary. Yeah.
Momentary, yeah. Okay.
Okay, this is the tricky part that I wanted to get at. Dimensional quantity. Those are fun. Who knows what dimensional quantities are or is? When we're talking about dimensional quantities, what are we talking about?
The repeatability, temporal locus, and temporal extent.
Awesome, yes. So let's go one by one.
Happy to put it now?
So for count and frequency, what is it? Is it repeatability, temporal locus, or temporal extent?
Repeatability.
Repeatability.
Awesome, guys. Okay, so for the next one, which is rate. This one is rate. Which one do you think it is? Repeatability, temporal
The
locus?
same.
Temporal extent.
That one is
No, temporal locus.
that one's repeatability. Rate is
Oh,
repeatability.
right, okay.
Yeah. So remember, anything that has to do with
Same.
count is repeatability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Acceleration,
The same. Repeatability.
repeatability. Yeah, that's right. Okay. How about response latency?
That
Locus.
Temporal locus.
locus.
Latency in RT is locus, right?
That's what I think. I think duration is extent, and locus and IRT are locus.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. So
Is latency and IRT locus? Both of those?
give me a second, please. Let's check. So this one is response latency is temporal locus.
Awesome.
And in IRT is temporal locus. You're right.
Mhm.
And the last one is duration.
Extent.
Extent.
Mm.
Good. Ow, kind of. Ouch, I almost did something wrong. So, this one, I didn't put anything in it. The whole interval recording, partial interval recording, momentary time recording, time sampling, I didn't know. So if any of you find it in your research, we just plug it in and then we have the whole information together.
Do you have this on Google Docs?
I haven't finished it, but I can my plan is tonight download it into Google Docs. And
Yeah,
you
so I was gonna
guys
say to
can
share it.
fill it in.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Fill it in.
Yeah, put it right so we can finish it.
Yeah, I wanted to add more things, but I didn't have time because I wanted to add formulas and stuff like that. But it took me a long time to do this. So, okay. You guys, the next one is the dimensional quantities definition. I don't think we need to do this one. I think you know it. It's instances of a response class occur repeatedly through time. So that's why it's count, it's rate, and is acceleration. We agree? We understand that part?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So temporal locus, anybody wants to give a shout out of what temporal locus is? Okay, so when an instance of a behavior occurs, I'll give you two options. How about that? And you tell me which one it is. When an instance of a behavior occurs with respect to other events, a point in time, for example, or every instance of a behavior occurred during some amount of time.
Respect to other events.
Yes. So the key thing for me is a point in time, a specific point in time. And the temporal extent, I already read it, which was some amount of time. And temporal extent goes with duration.
Oh, I like this part.
Yeah, this one, I'm
Because I
trying.
have a lot of difficulty with which ones to use for what.
Yeah, I'm just gonna figure out how to ask the questions so I don't give you the answer right away. Give me a second. Observation time is 1 second. Here. Okay, so use this one that I'm pointing at right here is count, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So that one, are we gonna use it when observation time is not constant across observations, or when observation time is constant across observation?
When it's constant?
When it's constant. That's right. Yeah, good. So, this one is used when, I'm just gonna give you the answer because I don't know how to ask a question there. Unit of time stands throughout, so it's important to know that. And it's good for recording free operands behavior, which is what we already knew, behaviors with clear beginning and clear ending point. And this one I just pointed, I'm gonna give you a question for this one. That one that I'm pointing at is acceleration. I'm gonna ask you a question that I just found out. Is it a minimum? I'm gonna give you two options. Is it a minimum of 10 measures of rate, or is it a minimum of 7 measures of rate?
10.
It's actually 7. It's okay if you don't know.
What?
I had no idea. I just found that in the book today.
Where did you get that from?
The past the big ABA.
Okay.
I wanted to put the page numbers where I got everything, but it would take forever, you know.
No, I'll find it. I just wanted to know where you
No,
got it
but
from.
I personally would love to do that. If you guys, wherever you find, if you can put the page number and it fits in the space, go for it. The hard thing is that it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't fit in the space. Okay, so this one, it's used when and better when we measure amount of time in which a behavior occurs. I wanted to ask you a question here. So this one is duration. So that one is when behavior is too long or too what? Too long or too short, which it was shocking to me. I had not realized that duration can also be used when the behavior occurs too short. Do you guys know that?
No, I did not.
Mm-mm. It is
So you
confusing.
can use it to increase duration as well. Instead of decreasing it, it's also used to increase duration.
It just said it's better when you use it for a behavior that is too long or too short. That's all it said.
For both.
For both. And it also says
wow.
for high rate behaviors. But all of this is in my main source is the Pass the Big ABA book. And they have it clearly there on their use when. All I did was organize it so it will make sense, everything together. Okay. Used when examples. Oh, these are the examples. So this one, the first one is count. So for example, 10 minutes is each observation period. So that's basically what that means.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, each observation needs to be 10 minutes. It cannot be 5 minutes today and later 10 minutes. Let me see if I can ask you a cool question here because I am lost. No, I can't. And rate. For rate, always use all in minutes or in seconds. That's what they said, obviously.
Never mix. Mm-hmm.
You cannot mix and match. And the last one that I found, it's right here. And this one is, it's a little hard unless you have it printed out because it's hard to go back. This one that we're talking about right now is duration. It's good to use it when, and this is an example. I think I wrote an example. I just put an example for the second one, which is the humming, which is the one that occurs too long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have example for the rest, so if you guys just want to fill it in. If you want, let's leave it like that. And the last thing that you can talk about is the free operand. If anybody wants to talk about that one, we can talk about that one. Oh, this one it's cool. Okay, the most common data method used in ABA is, I'll give you the options, guys. Count, rate, acceleration, response latency, IRT, duration, whole interval, partial interval, or momentary time interval.
Is it rate?
You are.
Count.
It is rate, my friend. It is rate. Dun, 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 dun.
Woohoo! Which M&M do I get?
Here you go. I'll give you Skittles. Okay. So the next one is which preferred measurement method for free operands. So when we're dealing with free operands, which one is the preferred measurement method? And the options are the same. I can re-say them. Count, rate, acceleration, response latency, inter-response time, duration, whole interval, partial interval, momentary time sampling.
I feel like we talked about this already. I think I heard this.
I think you did. You might have.
And I forgot.
No, I don't think
We
I
just
I don't think I said
I think someone mentioned it. I don't think it was you, but someone mentioned it above.
I'll give you less choices then. Is it count? Is it rate? Is it acceleration? Or is it duration?
Count.
Count.
Try again. I'll give you two more. I'll give you one more and then one more. One more chance.
For free operant.
Count, rate, acceleration, or duration. We already said count. Not there.
Duration.
Duration.
That's it. I'm going to give you the answer. It's rate.
Rate again?
Rate again. Rate again. So we can pile them up together. Rate is the most common data method used in ABA, and it's the best one, is the preferred measure method for free operands, which makes sense because most of the behaviors that we measure are free operands. So my last question is, what is a free operand? This thing has made me struggle a lot because I don't know why I see free operand and my brain freezes. We already talked about it. So is a discrete or indiscrete?
Free operant?
Free
Indiscrete?
Is discrete. It has a clear beginning and a clear end. And then it has a, let me just uncover it because it has more than one requirement. It has to be with clear beginning, clear end. And it has to be, it requires minimum displacement of the organism in time and space, which that one confuses me. But what I understood from what I read is that it can be emitted in a short amount of time. It can also occur at any time. And it can be emitted over a wide range of responses rate. And then this one, I got it from the Cooper book. For example, in humans, words read during a minute counting period, different rates could be 5 per 1 minute or 20 per minute. So you see, so reading a word that is fast in time, right? So that covers that part. It's clear beginning and a clear end, right? And it can be in different wide range of response rates. It's a mouthful. We'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And those are the last two, which is on its own is not enough. I'm not even going to tell you which one it is. Do you know it? On its own is not enough. Is it rate, duration, or count?
It's on the count.
It's count. Behavior that occurs only with a limited restricted conditions cannot be used. For the last one, which is, let me see, with rate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's it, guys. We went over today, I think, by 19 minutes.
It was worth it.
I hope so, because it was, I was like, oh my God, I feel weird without having the questions. Yeah, the questions to me makes it much easier.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you for participating.
You did awesome. Thank you so much.
It was good.
Go eat or drink something fun, watch a TV show, do not study, Give your brain a break.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.